Guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Fortnite character, don't draw them enough. Oscar. This guy looked really cool. I'm on a landscape page, use a pencil eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. The developers of these games always put out like high quality images of their character renders, the skins. So we're gonna start with his head. Tiger head in 3/4 pose. Kind of simplified, kind of cartoony looking, blocky sort of shape. Eye. So very simple eye shape, right? So we go curves up and down, right, and then the bottom curves around. So we're going for like a grain of rice kind of shape, like so. And his eyes appear to be just big old blue eyes with a pupil. We'll do it like what's in the picture. We'll see how we go. So just kind of like a black pupil just there. And then it's like all blue around. Well, in this color style of his anyway. So we're going for tiger. So he has like dark sort of lines around his eye, right? So dark black. Sort of, so I'm just darkening this up, right? And then he's frowning pretty heavily, right? So it comes just across the eye, the top of the eye here. And sort of down the back. Like so. And there's not much in the way of eyelid lines, but we'll add them because they form out most of his face with his tiger spikes, tiger stripes. And so, like so. So, for example, he's got a eyebrow that comes across here, but he's got like a big scar here. So like a scar. And then he's got another one on his cheek, just below this sort of eye line here. And then his eyebrow kind of just comes across. Yeah, it's just like, it's a black eyebrow line that comes across this spike, or this scar. Down there, right? So it's kind of black, sketchy, hairy sort of line, right? So you just like squiggle in some lines here. And you want to make it look hairy because his fur is all textured. So there's loads of this all over this guy now. But this is just an example of how they do one of them that forms his eyebrow. Because tigers don't really have eyebrows that I know of anyway. Right, it's all kind of dark under here as well. Okay. Now, so go over and do the other eye. So he's got like a sort of a frown line just coming across the top of the nose, right? Just here. And then his next sort of frowning eyebrow area comes across the top of the eye this way. Kind of goes up to a little spike. So his head's kind of turned away. So this area is smaller than this one. And then we got like some more sort of furry sort of eyebrow shape here. So we're doing the eyebrow first on this side. And then that big old blue eye is in here, in behind kind of his nose, right? So like this nose line goes that way. And then that sort of eye shape in under here. this sort of curved line there, and then the blue part round it up like that, and then the pupil is like in under here, looking up to the right. Like that. And then he's got that sort of black section around the eye, like a black eyelid that tigers generally have. Just there, it's kind of like eyeshadow, just makes his eye look darker. And then there's a bit of like eyelid lines around this. Now, so he's got a pink nose. It's kind of like a little T-bone or something. So like, see, it like curves around here, like that. Curves down that way. A little triangle that's black there, and then comes back up around up to there. And then he has like a black section underneath for the nostril, right? That comes up the side of his nose. So it's all like black in here. And there's a little black section under here as well. And of course, he's all sort of furry, so there's like the side of his nose and like all textures going up his nose. You can do as much of that as you want. Right, so he's got like a cat-like mouth, so like a snout that curves around here, and he's smiling with like teeth hanging out, right? So this comes around to there, and then the other side sort of bumps around this way. Up onto his face there. And then he's got a big hairy chin. Well, it's kind of square actually, but we'll like add a bit of fur to it, just generally cartoon-like fur, and this goes up for his jaw that way. And this seems to have like a little square edge to it with some spikes for fur and stuff just sort of hanging off here. And then he has fangs hanging down from this. One there, another one sort of on the other side, and then we can see some of his mouth sort of open here. Maybe some teeth inside. I'm just going to put some shadow in his lip area there. And then this is all sort of textured and hairy and stuff. So then he has hair spikes coming around his face. And they're kind of blocky, you know, cartoon-like. This kind of thing. And this goes all the way up around to his ear. So we got these like big chunky kind of pieces of hair, 3D rendered up behind his ear, right? And there might be like another sort of layer on this, like another sort of few hair spikes just here. Okay, so kind of chunky, kind of like that. And then the other side comes up around to his brow. So it goes, say, from approximately where that tooth is. Kind of big sort of spiking sort of shapes. But they're not like realistic animal spikes, they're just 3D little shapes like that. And then it kind of comes up to his eyebrow there. Okay. So his head continues. So we've got an eyebrow, and then up this way, and around top of the head, behind the ear, and it goes that way. And he's got a big ear, sticks out here. Triangular kind of cat ear. And then on the other side, this one's smaller, and he seems to have a chunk taken out of this. Like that. And then we can just see like the inside of the ear. It's kind of hairy at first. And then they just put like hair triangle spikes in there. And then we can see the inner ear on this side a little bit as well. And then some spiky spikes. So that's the general shape for his head. But he has all those black tiger stripes basically all over his face, right? Like his eyebrows, right? So say there's like little ones here. You want to think about like the growth of his hair. So like his hair is growing like either side. So it's like all texture and stuff. So say, so we'll go, the page is moving. We'll go, let's say there's a main one sort of here. So they all come across his head, right? And there's another little one here, coming across the middle. And then they kind of go up. So we'll get the shapes in first. Right? You're just like doing it real sketchy and sort of hairy. Okay, and then like all black inside. These texture lines as well kind of give like a bit of form to his head as well. Shows the direction that his head goes in as well. And there's one big one that comes out from behind his eye here. And then from the inside of the nose, there's another one. Comes over these hair spikes. Around his head, and then there's one that like joins the ear. And I think like the top of the ear is kind of black here as well. Comes all the way down. On top of these dark sort of hair spikes, goes right up close to the corner of his mouth then. And then we go over here. These ones are a bit smaller because it's the other side of his head. And then just on the sides of these. And then he has those dots of whiskers, like so, that big cats have, and they kind of gradually get smaller as they go back. They only give him 3 rows. We've done sort of realistic tigers on this, and it can be much more than that. And the edge of his ear here is black as well. So quite a detailed sort of character, but it is worth doing those black stripes when you're drawing rather than afterwards, because it just makes a bit more sense when you look at his head then like that. So go down his body. Muscly dude, arms folded over, so his neck is like quite big back there. Okay, and then he has like a burgundy collar. Well, the picture I'm drawing from, it's sort of browny red collar, shirt collar, comes around here. Right, and then he has sort of fur coming out the front here. Right, just this furry sort of section. And then his neck has black tiger stripes on it as well. Like so. And right, so arms folded, so tricky enough pose, right? So I guess got a waistcoat and a tie and everything. So say like shoulder on this side, so it kind of like bumps out his waistcoat, bumps out, and then big old shoulder here. And then the inside of the waistcoat comes right down to where the arms would be on this white section there. And then the back of it bumps that way. And he's got like a big old shoulder here. So big round, sort of massive shoulder, right? And the waistcoat will have a bit of an edge line to it, just coming down there. So I guess the big arm, we'll just get like the main shapes, right? The big arm comes this way, right? And around and up, right up to here. So like underneath, say here, this arm, the arm comes, his wrist is right here, and the arm comes right down and joins the shoulder. So I guess it's helpful. So we'll start, yeah, like up here. So we got this glove or start of a wrist, right? A curved line here. And then this arm comes all the way down around here. So we'll go. It's furry every now and then. Elbows down here somewhere. There's like a spike on it and stuff. And this is like his tricep. And it kind of disappears into his sleeve here somewhere. So this big round sleeve curves around here, and then the shoulder goes that way. So this is like where his sleeve goes in. And he's got like a shirt tie, right? So it's like a shirt clip. It's hard to, I don't know if they have names, these things. So it just comes across. It's just like if you roll your sleeve up and it has a little button on it that's like a diamond. There. And then this goes around. That way. So his forearm then comes back this way, and it's kind of hairy again. And his arm comes out with the fingers of the other arm comes up here, right? So it's kind of like if you fold your arms in the mirror, you'd see what I was talking about. And he's got like scars all over. So you can see like some skin under the fur. Dude has been in some battles. There's like fur lines and texture and all that. And there is black tiger stripes, but we'll kind of get the other arm in the right place as well. So this is like a glove. So it has like an edge to the glove there. And then his other arm, top of it is there. That arm disappears in behind, right? And so his elbow will be out here. The forearm goes up and fingers are in there. So it's always tricky to draw folded arms, but it's good to learn how to do them. Right, so this one goes like up under here. And then this goes back. And underneath his sleeve again. There somewhere. And then the body just goes off this way. And his back. So you got a waistcoat here. Back muscles. Like that. And he's got another shirt tie clip thing. That way. And then that goes back down there. Right, and then we have that there, like so. Right, that's the general shape, right, for his body. So we just have to add tiger stripes and details, and it's the hands that go in behind come out from underneath, right? So this gloved wrist, it has like bracelets on it and stuff, so it goes like, comes out from here. There's like a little golden chunk or something coming around here. I'm going to try and give it an edge just to make it look a little bit three-dimensional. And then his sleeve line just there. I think he's got like a little pocket square or something sitting up here. There's an edge to this. And then his bow tie. In under there. Right, and then nearly there now. This goes down. Fabric lines like that. And then this waistcoat line keeps going. And you've got like another diamond button here. Start of another one there. Seam on the side of the waistcoat that way. And then fingers in here. So he's got like cat claws, right? So sharp black nails. One there. Just to show you where the ends of the fingers are. And it looks like he's got fingerless gloves on, right? So this goes back around this way. There's like a curved line for where those fingerless gloves will be. That way, and then like golden lines around there. Looks like diamond or gold knuckles, like that. And we just finish off the shirt in there somewhere. Right, that all the details. Diamonds actually on his tie here, little circles, and then a shirt line there. Right, and you could pattern up the clothing and everything if you wanted. Any way you want. I know he like comes in lots of different sort of styles and everything. So I just want to add stripes to his arms. And that's probably us. So let's go. So real sketchy sort of hairy lines. Right, and then do. Okay, I think that is enough detail for me anyway. Oscar from Fortnite. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.